Hello everyone, Puyaval here with another video about the Killjoy lineups on the map Ascent. Now bear in mind that these lineups also work on the agents KO and also Gecko, as these lineups are the same for all of those agents for their mollies. For the first lineup, we're going to start with the post-plan lineups. So for the post-plan lineup, the very first one, you can go and sit in this corner and then put the line between your turret and ultimate at the bottom right of this box, just like that. And then throw the molly. Very simple. So this molly is gonna go and bounce off this box here, and then when you pop it, it will cancel any bomb that is planted here or there. However, if you want, you can also aim it more to the left, so now the right end of the line is on that box. So just like this, and then throw it. So this molly will land like this instead, and it will cancel the enemy defusing if the bomb is planted there. The next molly, you want to go in this corner here and put the line between your turret and alarm bot on top of this dark tile, like this, and then throw the molly. Very simple. And then this molly is going to go and land here, which will cancel the bomb defuse if it's planted there. And this molly can also be used if you're executing onto the site, because if there's enemy hiding into backside, when you pop it, it forces the enemy to go into the vulnerability and get out of the cover, which is another good molly to be used for when you're executing onto the side. And next molly that you can also use for executing onto the side is that you go here and put your crosshair on the middle of this X here. Then you want to make the green bar between your turret and alarm bot. So under the turret and alarm bot, go on top of this white here. So just like that. And then what you want to do is to jump and throw the molly. So this molly is going to go and land on stairs, and it will help your team execute onto the side much easier, as the enemy won't be able to play here and nor here. So that's pretty much it for your B site mollies. Next up, if you're executing onto the mid to B, a very simple molly that you can use is to just aim around here, run forward and jump throw it. So this molly is going to go and land on short, and then when you pop it, it will stop the enemy from peeking from the short, which is another good one to allow your team to get that mid control much easier. And then we're going to go for the A site mollies. So for the A site mollies, we're going to start with the post plant again. So for the post plant, you go and go in this corner here. Put the line between your turret and alarm bot on top of this brick. So just like that, and then casually throw your molly. So this molly is gonna go and land on generator, and if the bomb is planted on default, it will cancel the defuse. Next molly, if the bomb is planted anywhere around the dice, so it could be anywhere around the dice, you can go unwind in this corner, then put the right leg of your alarm bot on this lamp. Just like that. And then casually throw your molly. So this molly is gonna go and land on top of the dice, and then it will damage all around the dice, even if I'm crouched. You can also use this molly when you're about to again execute onto the side. So if there is an enemy hiding behind the dice, he will be forced to back off into under heaven or just peek out, which is a very, very good molly to use. Another molly that you can use is to go in this corner here. This is again another execute molly that is good for heaven. Then you're gonna put the line on the left side of your molly under here. So just like that. And then round starts, you jump through the molly. So this molly is gonna go and land onto the heaven, which stops the enemy from peeking from heaven, and again allows your team to execute onto the site much, much easier. And that's pretty much it for all the mollies for attack side. Next up, we're gonna go for the defensive side. So for the defensive side, basically a molly that you can use, which is good if you have your ultimate, is that let's say I ult for the post plant, I go on top here and use my ult. Pretty simple. Then you're gonna go into this dark line here, and then aim between these leaf here, and just throw the molly. So this molly is gonna go all the way and land into wine, and it will basically force the enemy to get out of wine, or either die from the molly, or basically get ulted, which is a very, very strong molly to use. Another molly that you can use is from the very same position, which I call it the diamond lineup. You want to put the diamond of your turret under here, so like that, and then throw the molly. So this molly goes and lands here. And when you pop it, as you can see, covers all of the back dice, which is a position that a lot of people love to play for the post plant that they be here. Or also it damages if there is anyone sitting here as well, which makes it another very good molly for you to use. It also damages if anyone is on top of this tiny box. It won't damage if there is anyone on here, however. So that will be for your A site mollies. And next up, we're gonna go for the B. So when you're executing for the post plant B on retake, one thing that you can do is that, let's say I'm coming from spawn, you want to run forward and throw your molly very casually, so it bounces off that wall and lands here, and it will force the enemies to get out of default. Again, it also forces the enemy to don't be hugging that wall onto backside as well, which again makes it another good molly that you can go for on post plants as a B retake. However, usually as a killjoy, you won't really have that mollies for the post plant due to the fact that you're using them on your setup, so you don't really won't be having these mollies. However, if you do have an extra, you can go for these kind of mollies to use for your post plant positions. Now, I'm gonna teach you also one setup for B and A at the same time, which are the best setups to go for. If you're holding the B side, you can go for your turret here between these two wood, just like that. And then alarm bot, you want to place it into lane, and you want to make your alarm bot blue edge to end here, like that. And then you want to use one molly back here like that, and then another molly to be on top of this box here. So these mollies won't be destroyable with a Sova Shock Dart or a Raise Nade, which makes it better to be in a position. And when the enemies are pushing in, basically alarm bot goes off, turret slows them down, and you pop both mollies as well, which burns down the enemies when they're executing onto the B side. Now, one setup, which is the best setup for A side as well, what you want to do is to place your alarm bot here. You see that there's a small leaf and a bigger leaf. You want to place it in this middle part that connects these two together, and then one molly on top of this wire like that, and then one molly would be at the edge of this white tiles like that. And as of your turret, you place it between this dark wood, between the wood and the dark line, so that way when the enemies are pushing in, at least one of the enemies is going to go through the door to close the door. Turret goes off and it slows the enemies, but alarm bot and molly will burn them down. And this allows the enemies to get onto the site as well, which makes it a very great setup to hold down A side. And that's pretty much it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Until the next video, get out of here and climb.